were given over $700 to spend on anything that we want as long as it's made in USA. We've been shopping around for over 2 hours trying to find some made in USA products to basically buy with the free money that we got. And guess what? We're having a hard time.
The idea, a simple one, buy products made in America. When you do it, you invest money in America, which is used to hire Americans to do jobs. But as it turns out, it's just not that easy. Trade rigging, tax codes, all these things screw it up. And our next guest took to the streets of New York City and played Santa Claus, giving shoppers $704 each, the amount economists say the average American spends on gifts during the holidays. The only catch, they had to buy 100% American-made items because economists say if every American spends an extra 18 cents a day buying goods made here, we could create 200,000 jobs, which by no means is a 30 million that we actually need, but it is a start, and it is worth the conversation because it's based on the right principle. And with us today is David Selektar, founder and CEO of KeepAmerica.com, who has created a one-stop shop website for all things made in America just in time for the holidays. A brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Interesting from my perspective to know whether it has been hard for you to populate that website with companies that somebody like myself can be guaranteed is an American-made manufacturer of some kind.
I have to tell you, at first it was. We actually went to several conventions in Las Vegas and across the country looking for suppliers. We were very, very, very pleased with the response we got. I got more hugs from guys from Texas than I could ever imagine. And really, I mean, the response has just been phenomenal. We're getting calls every day now. More and more suppliers joining our site. We're proud to have a platform for all manufacturers in the U.S. to provide their products.
And this is an entrepreneurial idea on your part, is that correct? In other words, you're saying we are going to consolidate and make it easy for Dylan Ratigan or anybody else in this country to go to this one place where we can see in categories apparel, furniture, like whatever it might be, and then you work with the suppliers to drive traffic to them. Is that the business model?
Well, that's exactly right. You make the purchase off of our site, and then we share the profits with the supplier, where the vast majority goes to them.
Yeah, you just commission the sale effectively for consolidating this thing, I presume.
Exactly. As you can see, I mean, it was very difficult, even with free money, to find American-made products. So we want to give the opportunity for all consumers to have a place to shop.
And I presume certain things are largely made in America. Jelly, jam,
sure,
food, these sorts of things from the farm. And then down the line through, I'm interested in through apparel, furniture, electronics, toys, which things we still have a lot of that were easy for you to find and which were really impossible.
Well, there's still many in apparel. I actually come from jewelry originally. My family's in the jewelry business. Still manufactures here in New York City. We're very proud of that for 30 years. Furniture was a great find for us. There are still many manufacturers of furniture here. The most difficult was electronics, obviously. It's nearly impossible, unfortunately, these days. Toys is very difficult to find, which is actually where the inspiration started. I do have young children at home. I have 3 daughters. And the inspiration to this actually began looking for products for them because of all the recalls you heard of, from overseas with the lead paint and other safety issues. And then I heard about other recalls in the automotive industry, as well as apparel and cadmium in jewelry. And just we want to provide a place for Americans to have safe products and high-quality goods made here in the USA.
It's an interesting situation from a business standpoint. Right now, if you and I were to start a business, an electronics business or a toy manufacturing business or whatever it might be, we would be able to get much lower cost labor, much lower cost manufacturing overseas in China because their currency is rigged. They just set it in 1994 at 50% of our currency. They tax our imports at 25% to their country. We tax their imports to our country at 2.5%.
Unbelievable.
And so it's even in the case of the people that we would look at as greedy bastards, to steal the title of my book, it is frequently, if not always, a system that is taking people who may not be inherently evil, greedy people, who are being told, if you want to do this, your competitors are going to use much lower costs, and if you don't do that, you'll be driven out of business. Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely, but in the short term, it is cheaper to buy from overseas. When your item breaks after 3 weeks and you have to buy it again, or you have to, safety issues for your children. I mean, in the long run, is it really worth saving a few bucks to put your family at jeopardy and, there's no better quality than American-made products.
So how's it going? How long has this been going? How's the traffic? What can we do to help?
We're launching, our official launch is actually President's Day weekend 2012, February 17th. It's a symbolic day to launch on our president's first birthday. We are launching this weekend. We'll have a $64 page called 64 Us, where, as you saw in the video, the average American spends $700 on holiday shopping. If every American, according to economists, spends $64 of that $700 on American-made products, it would create 200,000 jobs. So we actually had suppliers who deeply discounted a lot of their products, most of them over $100 retail, and posted on our site for $64 from now through the holidays. And this way, everybody can have an immediate impact in creating jobs together, where the entire site from now through New Year's Eve will have tons of items for $64 each, the magic number to create jobs here in the U.S.
And if you were to get ambitious beyond what you've already done, what would be your vision? What is your dream for what you have begun here?
Well, I got to tell you, obviously, to be a household name that everyone shops at is the goal. I was actually recently approached by somebody to even create brick and mortar stores and franchise this in every city of the U.S. So that could be down the line. Right now, we're just strongly focused on creating this site and making it perfect for the American shopper.
And it sounds like if there are any American toy manufacturers out there, you'd like to hear from them.
Absolutely. We're open to any manufacturer, no matter how small or big.
And if there's, God help them, an American electronics manufacturer left in this country, you'd love to hear from them. Have you found one?
I'll give them my I'll give them my cell phone number right now. You just get them on the phone.
If you were to look at the demand when people are buying,
right,
is there anything that you're seeing in terms of people's desire to buy a particular thing, a type of thing? Are they more interested in one type of thing or another thing, or is it really is the simple justice narrative of knowing that whatever you're buying on that in your world is investing money back in American jobs really all you need?
Across the board, I believe it's anything to help create jobs and help get the economy going in the right direction. But I think toys and jewelry and apparel, because of the safety issues, and automotive parts as well that we'll be supplying, because of the safety issues, it really hammers home the the whole concept.
You know Andrew Liveris, the CEO of Dow Chemical?
Sure, heard of him.
He's got a book called Make It in America.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's your kind of guy. You're made in America.
Sounds like it.
Everybody's telling the same story. I like it.
Thank you.
David, a pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
An inspiration for all of us.
Appreciate
Keep after it. KeepAmerica.com is the website. Do check it out. Official launch soon to come.